Attention readers, world-renowned author Jordan Wells has a special offer for you from his debut novel, The Ring Pack, to his fourth book, A Lonely Rose. In addition to Wells' poetic collection, Jordan Wells has the book for you. How do you get the book? Easy. Go to the top line of the description box and go get the book right now. The top line of the description box and click the link.
From the 90s, man, to the 80s, I would always have my product, giving it away, just giving it away. Because my motto was like, if I give you my music free, you'll know it, and then you'll buy a shirt. So if I don't get you to buy a CD, I'll get you to buy a shirt. I don't get you to buy a shirt, you'll buy a verse. So this is how I look at it. I look at it from a hustler standpoint. You know, you got to give out your samples to get people hooked. So, like, till this day, like, I still be in the drive-thrus, wherever I'm at. Hey, what up? Here you go. Hey, this Flip Mayweather. I just give music to random people still. And like these people, man, I impacted so many lives. Like I give it to them myself. So it's more impressionable.
Right.
Flip hands you a CD instead of my street team. And so, man, people underestimate my fan base. People assume that, you know, we fell out. People assume that we somewhere, you know, like, you know, living under a bridge, you know what I'm saying? Broke, disgusted, you know, like, and that's no knock to people who actually live on the bridge, but I'm saying there's a lot of people that underestimate success. And I feel like, you know, still driving Rolls Royces, living in nice houses and owning ranches and pieces of exotic pop and shells.com. And like, I'm always moving like a ninja, man. Like my life, man, I didn't accomplish everything I wanted. All I wanted was a gold play.
Right.
Got 25 million albums, so I'm basically just playing the bonus game. Like when you play a game and you're on the bonus level, I'm just you know, having fun as a risk kid.
Yes, sir. I heard you talking in one interview about Jay Prince's influence in your life, and you pretty much said that he gave you the blueprint, you know, not just in the music, but just in business in general, the properties and things like that. Talk about, you know, his influence, Jay Prince's influence, you know, on you coming up.
Ah, man. I mean, he's the black print, the blueprint to part of my success. You know, part of my success and my way of thinking comes from my grandparents, my dad, my mom, DJ Screw, and Jay Prince. And so from the record label standpoint and how to maneuver out here around the world and how to push your own music and invest and how to make sure you look the part and how to demand respect, show respect, but demand respect. Like, I mean, I basically was able to be a sponge and soak up the game and knowledge of what I saw him and DJ Screw do. And I just took notes. And I always cared about quality over quantity, you know? Like, I got records with a lot of greats, but the difference between me and anybody that they try to compare me to do verses with or whatever the case may be, like, when Flip gets on anybody's record, I steal a show. It's like I have lines and quotables, you know, that people can be like, oh shit, yeah, he said that, damn, that was crazy. Like a lot of these artists that are like out here, like when you really break down the bars and the music, tell me, you know, some bars that a person said just made you be like, oh, what the fuck? Like I got those kind of lines in real records and freestyles. Like the definition of being an MC and a lyricist is like, you know, mic crusher, you know, like master of ceremonies, all that. But you got to be able to like be versatile and have them punchlines in the bars. And like when I hear Fabulous, like who I consider one of the GOATs, I feel like Fabulous is underrated. Like he got better. I feel like I got better. And like Fabulous got plenty of lines that make you be like, what the fuck? How did he think of that? Lloyd Banks who's underrated to me. You know what I'm saying? He got those lines like, oh shit. Jadakiss got those lines like, oh shit. Benny T. Like, I'm about that, the wow factor. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, learning from Jay Prince just taught me to be about your quality, invest in yourself, spend your own money. Um, don't be afraid to ask for what you want. You know what I mean? And live by your word. Whatever you say you go do it. You know what I mean? Keep your word.
Word. And you also said how Jay Prince was very influential in helping you, assisting, piecing it up with Tip. And, you know, unlike, it's crazy because we all watch that go down. You two as young men deal with what you have to deal with, but now get to evolve as OGs and get to talk and piece it up and deal with that evolution. But we're seeing a lot of the young rappers not be able to do that, and they're doing it right in front of the phones. We're seeing it live on TV like it's a TV show, unfortunately, watching these rappers unfortunately kill themselves or kill each other, I should say. Talk about that, man. The beef that y'all had back in the day compared to what we see now going live in front of a studio audience and then paying with it with their lives.
Yeah, and the crazy part about it, what me and him had wasn't even what I consider beef. It was really some stupid shit, and we talked about it. But my advice to my shit was just some rap shit, you know, like some. But my advice to the younger cats, man, you know, I know a lot of times they don't even want to hear what the OGs got to say because, you know, a lot of times they be like, man, it was a different time. You know, it was a different time, you know, your time and now. So my advice is this, man, like if you got a problem with somebody, you know, at least attempt to have a convo with them. Because a lot of times people, they might do something and you might assume they you know, did it a certain way and it was aimed towards you. And sometimes, you know, that shit might not even be meant for you. You know what I mean? But I feel like having a conversation like a man instead of hiding behind, you know, social media or, you know, a middleman, like nip the problem in the bud and move on. You know, because it's gonna be a domino effect if you don't handle it the wise way. And so, you know, that's my advice, man. You got a problem with somebody, sit in the room and have a conversation. Talk at a normal tone. You know, ain't nobody got to be screaming and all that extra shit, you know? So, you know, you got to be able to talk, have a normal adult conversation because you can't treat the rap industry like the streets all the time. You know, yeah, it'll fuck your money up. You know, promoters might not want to book you. You know, so you know, you really got to think about that shit. You know,
When is a proper time to bring the streets to the music? If you don't mind me asking, business on the business side.
I feel like even just when you're, for example, like when you're making deals, negotiating,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, everybody wants the best price and the best quality. And I see it a lot of times, man. That's why a lot of artists, you know, aren't doing good or they're not, you know, able to live how they want to live because once they reach a certain level, they start alienating themselves from people who help them get to where they at. And for example, like if your price is, you know, 20K, right? You work your way up to make 20K a show. And the promoter calls and say, hey man, I've been fucking with your music since blah, blah, blah. I know you 20K. Look, my venue only hold 3,000. There's no way I'm gonna be able to pay you 20K and make my money back. But hey, will you take 18? Will you take 15? I've seen artists be on their high horse and be like, oh no, fuck that. Click, hang up, whatever, you know, like treat them like shit. Now I'm not here to tell nobody how to run their business, but I am here to teach the youth and let them know you gotta look at this shit with logic. And if you never lose your hustler mind state, which I never lost, I'm the promoter's best friend. I'm the artist's best friend because I work with people budgets. If it makes sense. You feel me? I'd rather do 30 shows than do 4.
Talk about it.
You know, so if I'm able to do 30, you know. So my advice to the people, man, you know, it's cool to, you know, take a few thousand less than what you normally getting because you got to always remember you can never look down on what somebody's trying to pay you if you've done that job for free before. So how can you look down because a guy is 4,000 short from your normal price and you've done a show for free before? So it's like, you know, I just go with logic. So while everybody has opinions on certain artists, assuming they fell off or they did this, in the meanwhile, you know, some of those artists are behind the scene closing $1 billion deals and, you know, still living. You know, their lifestyle hasn't changed because they never lost their hustler mentality. They didn't get the big head when they got the big bread. Can I get amen?
Amen. Talk about it.
Amen.